Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. We're back with Football Manager 2020 and a deal with the Devils with Manchester United. We're going to end Season 1 today. We'll start off with our final Premier League game, which is at home against bottom club Burnley, who have already been relegated. We're going to play this because we are going for the record. We sit on 99 points right now. A draw will equal Man City's record of 100 points from 2018. If we win, we will have 102 points, which will be a brand new record for the English top league, not just for the Premier League, ever. And then after that, we do have the Europa League final against Lazio, so we're going to go for our second trophy of the season in that. If you're enjoying this series, do drop a like on the video, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We're going to jump straight into it because I want to have a bit of a look around at the end as well and see what sort of awards have been won and things like that, which I always like to do at the end of the season, and then see what sort of money we've got to spend for next year as well, because at the moment we have a transfer budget like over 200 million, and this might give us more, who knows. So this is the team we're going to go with for the home game against Burnley. De Gea in goal, back four, Shaw, Lindelof, Tuanzebe, Wan-Bissaka, Tonali in front of them, McTominay and Pogba in midfield too, Martial on the left, Greenwood on the right. Haven't seen him in a while. He's been playing well, but he just hasn't found himself in the team. And Chong's not been great, Lingard's not played much, so Greenwood's going to get the rub here. Cavani's up top, on the bench, Jones, Dalot, both Pereiras, James, Rashford, Chong. And a win will see us break the points record. 102 points is what we're going for. If we draw, we will equal the record, but I want the record. I want to break it. Okay, hopefully this will just be a formality, but stranger things have happened. Burnley, as well as being bottom of the table, have scored the least goals in the league this season, so I'm not worried about them scoring really. We need to make sure that we score ourselves. And we haven't done that so far, but we do have a highlight here on 27 minutes, and it's Mason Greenwood to Sandro Tonali, McTominay, back to the Italian, the midfield to passing it at the moment. Pogba's there as well, we're in that midfield. So we've got that triangle there. Here's Shaw and Tonali, McTominay. He finds Pogba. Pogba goes for goal. Pogba scores. I mean, I don't know how many of these 17 goals have been outside the box. It's an awful lot. But Pogba has been the star this season. He doesn't play every game. You know, he can't, fitness-wise. But 17 goals this season. What a remarkable player he's been this season. He's on a new contract. There's no way he's going anywhere, not for any money. But Pogba makes it 1-0, 27 minutes played. Hopefully the first of many goals. I'm not sure how many goals we've scored, actually. I don't think it's that much. We've had a lot of 1-0s and wins by 1 in this season, so I'm not sure how many we've scored. If we can get like maybe 70 to 80, I would imagine it is. But I'm not quite sure. Corner kick here for us, 37 minutes in. And Greenwood wins the header and gets his 10th goal of the season. My voice is breaking. It's 2-0. I say Greenwood's had some time out of the team, but in the Europa League, he really was fantastic, especially in those group games. And now he's got a league goal. I think it might only be like his second or third league goal. But it's 2-0. A 10th goal for the season for him. He's done well. We've won the ball again here. There's about a minute left to go in the first half. Greenwood's on the ball again here. And he's gone all the way through, and Nick Pope does well, actually. Half-time, 2-0, very comfortable. Keep it going. I've gone to full-time because literally nothing happened in the second half. There was not a single second-half highlight. We made 3 substitutions. Wan-Bissaka picked up a knock. We'll see if that's bad in a minute. Abai is also injured, a knee injury. He's on loan, of course, at Zoria. Wan-Bissaka is going to miss the Europa League final. That's not good. Do we put him on injections to get through it is the question. Do you know, it's the last game of the season, so we're going to give him injections. Sandro Tonali had a great game. He set up a goal, 93% pass completion, and won all 4 of his tackles. Great performance by the playmaker. Newcastle were relegated to the Championship. West Ham were in the drop zone for a bit towards the end of the season, but they have survived, as have Sheffield United. Newcastle, Villa and Burnley drop out. 33 wins, 3 draws and 2 defeats. Like, you're not going to see anything like it again, probably. Cavani wins the Golden Boot with 19 goals in the league. Jamie Vardy also getting 19. And Wesley from Aston Villa getting 17 as well. That's good. De Gea wins the Golden Glove with 23 clean sheets. Unsurprisingly, we won Manager of the Year with an 86% win ratio. And 5 players in the PFA Team of the Year as well. De Gea, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Pogba and Cavani all make the Team of the Season. That's great. Looking at other award winners, De Bruyne was the Football Writers Footballer of the Year. Goal of the season was a Mane goal for Liverpool. PFA Player of the Year also went to De Bruyne. 7 goals, 10 assists. I feel like we've been robbed there. Young Player of the Year, Diego Jota from Wolves. Sterling won it last year, sorry. There's no second or third place. Andreas Pereira now also a doubt for the final with a knee injury. He might make it, he might not. We'll wait and see. FA Cup final between Liverpool and Fulham. I'm expecting Liverpool to win this, but Fulham could shock everyone. They don't. Liverpool win the FA Cup. The day after Liverpool win the FA Cup, Jurgen Klopp has been sacked by Liverpool. I think because they didn't get top 5. I think they finished 5th. They finished 5th. So Liverpool win the FA Cup, but Jurgen Klopp gets sacked. So United are looking for a second Europa League after their 2017 win against, I think it was Ajax. The final venue is Poland. It's in Gdansk. So not quite Budapest. Where's the Champions League final? Of course it's in Istanbul, isn't it? How could I forget that? It's in Istanbul. 15 years since our Liverpool's huge win there. It's quite fitting actually that we're in the final against the team that I managed in my very first save on this channel. It's quite fitting actually. It's quite poetic almost. I wonder what the Lazio team looks like. I know you've got guys like Immobile there. Milinkovic Savic I think is still there. I kind of want to revisit them at some point, maybe very soon, and see how they look and see what I can do with them. Because that was my very first save on this channel. But we are evens favourites for this final. I think we should be winning it, but Lazio could surprise everyone. The team news, I think we're going to try and go the same. Wan-Bissaka will play through the game. Pereira could, but I think we're going to pick Juan Mata instead. And we're going to start Danilo Pereira in place of McTominay. We're going to play Tonali and Pogba. And we're going to go with Juan Mata on the right-hand side. We'll have Chong on the bench. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. So interestingly, they've got a few players that were there when I managed them. Strakosha, Lulic, Cataldi and Parolo were there when I managed them. Of course, you've got Correa and Caicedo up front. There's Milinkovic Savic. Lazari is another wing-back. Luis Alberto's on the bench, if you remember. Can we have more subs than... I think we're allowed more subs than 7 in this. I'm not quite sure. Cuadrado's on the bench. I swear they had Immobile. Is he injured? Ciro Immobile is injured, so he's out. So it is a Correa and Caicedo up front. Quite defensive formation. And of course they've got some good players like Milinkovic Savic, who a lot of people have been buying this season. It's cost a lot of money, but I think they've gone right to buy him. Seems to be one of the best central midfielders in the game, definitely. Right, we're going to push the line slightly higher. And we're going to go for the sort of direct counter-attacking today rather than the slow sort of possession-based style, because 12 minutes, Lazio have 62% possession. We do have a free kick here though, 14 minutes into the game. Pogba's on it. It's about 25 yards out, and he's forced to save from Strakosha. Corner kick, 27 minutes coming up. That's got to be a foul. Martial's been brought down. He's gone to VAR as a referee, and it is a penalty. I'm assuming Cavani's on this. It is Cavani. I think this might be his 28th for the season if this goes in. It's been a lot of saved and missed penalties, but that one's in. It's 1-0, 28th minute of the game, and that's the 28th for the season for Edinson Cavani. He scored twice as many goals as the millions he was worth. 14 million from PSG is a bargain. Yes, he's paid 350k a week, but I think it's worth it when he gets almost 30 goals in the season. Great stuff. Lazio won the ball here though, not long after that goal. Vavro to Cataldi. And Lazari's gone forward in space, and he's going to go for goal. It's across the face of goal. No one gets on the end of it. Not sure if it was a shot or a cross. Mata has picked up a knock. He's not looking good. Can we get him through to half time? I don't think we can. So he's going to come off. We'll go to Tahith Chong. Last minute of the first half. Chong has been set loose by Wan-Bissaka here, and he's gone for goal selfishly, even though he had someone in support, which I'm guessing was Cavani. And half time, we lead 1-0. We're looking good, but just don't get complacent, I think we'll say. Yeah, don't get complacent. Mostly gaining focus. Pereira's a bit stressed, but he'll be okay. Second half. Get a second goal. Put this to bed. Come on. I wouldn't say we've got a hand on the trophy just yet. Right, let's start playing a little bit shorter. Let's try and change things up a bit. Shorter passing. We'll keep the lines quite high, though. Pereira to Wan-Bissaka. 62 minutes on the clock here. Tahith Chong's got the ball. And Lulic goes for the tackle, but only really helps us out as Pogba. And Pogba still going. He's gone for goal from an angle again. Stop doing that. Another sub. Martial. Get off. I'm still going to offer him out. I know he's had a bit of a resurgence in the second half of this season, but I'm still going to offer him out. I'm not going to transfer list him though. Header forward by Twanzebe, I think it was. Here's Chong. Needs a bit of help. Cavani is going into the box. Chong's going to go all the way himself. And he forces a save from Strakosha. Wasn't a great finish, but it was a good run. Lulic is not doing well at left back. Cavani's taking it past the man there. Pogba. He's been dispossessed, but Pereira is there to make the save. Wan-Bissaka. Pogba. Tonali to Chong. Lazio with a lot of players behind the ball. You know, it was a defensive formation with the 3 at the back. It looks like they're going to a 4 at the back though, unless there's a player that's out of sight. James! That's got to be a goal. He pretty much had an open goal. The keeper was standing there like a lemon. And it's 2-0. James off the bench, getting the goal. 2-0. One hand on the trophy now. I think the Europa League might be ours to win. But Pogba with the big ball for James. And I don't know what Strakos is doing there. He pretty much let James have any part of the goal that he wanted. So we're going to go back to balance with about 15 minutes of normal time left. Alberto with a free kick here. Lucas Alberto used to play for Liverpool. I say he played for Liverpool. I don't think he played a senior game for us. And he's one of Lazio's key players. De Gea with a big ball up for Daniel James. And there's Chong. And Chong has tried to chip the keeper, but Strakos just wise to it. 15 minutes left. Need to make sure we keep this going here. We don't want to drop any goals. That might be a free kick. No, it was actually Cavani committing the foul. Going to swap Pogba and Tonali round, bring on McTominay, and just run down these last few minutes. And then get our hands on that Europa League. Shouldn't have made that sub because Luke Shaw's just been taken off injured. What is it? It is a lower leg injury. Please don't be a broken leg. We don't get any more subs either, do we? No, we don't. That'll do for a minute or so. A few minutes. Down to 10 men. Hopefully we'll be okay though. Into the last minute. Lazio have not really created much, have they? I mean, they've had 6 shots on target, but they haven't done much with them. It's full time and another trophy for us. That's 2 trophies this season. It's a league and Europa League double. It's not the Champions League, but it is a European Cup. And there you see us with the trophy. 2-0 on the night in Gdansk. And yeah, happy with that. Very happy. Pretty routine win there. Lazio didn't really offer much at all. Sure, only a 2-week injury. That's okay. Mata also with a knock. Wan-Bissaka will be back in just a few days. So now what that remains is to look at who won what in terms of players of the season and all that. And then look at what needs doing for next season because we've got a big transfer window ahead of us. I think the first port of call has to be left back because Ashley Young is out of contract at the end of June. So he's running down the rest of his deal. And we've got Luke Shaw who, while he's very good when he plays, does not play every match. He can't play every match because of his fitness levels. So we need a good left back. Well, we need I wouldn't say a world-class left back, but we need a marquee left back, definitely. Fans player of the season, no surprise to see Pogba win the vote with over half, 54%. Cavani comes second with 25% and Wan-Bissaka comes third with 13%. Goal of the season was Mata's goal against Wolves back in March. Signing of the season, Cavani, unsurprisingly, 14 million, 28 goals. And young player of the season, Wan-Bissaka, who has also impressed. Missed some time through injury, but he's been great. So there's some new stuff that they've put in, which is sign players under 23 for the first team and don't sign players over 30, which we can't get rid of. Mason Greenwood did so well in Europe that he won the Europa League player of the season and Luke Shaw came second. And in the squad of the season, we've got Tuanzebe, Jones, Pogba and Greenwood in there as well. So that's good. My phone's falling on the floor. It's a disaster. So that is the season done. We are going to play one more season of this before we move on to our Journeyman save, which will be starting probably... I'm going to aim for New Year's Day for that, which I did for BFC Dynamo back in last game. I think we're going to aim for New Year's Day for the start of the new series. It's going to be a Journeyman, but I'm not sure what sort of Journeyman it's going to be. Either I'm going to start unemployed and get whatever job I can in Europe, which might end up with me in like the 3rd tier of Ukraine or something like that. Either that, or it's going to be a Journeyman where the idea is I'm going to try and get promoted every club that I go to. So I won't necessarily be building towards the Champions League or a big trophy, but I'm going to just keep going for promotion after promotion after promotion. It's going to be one of those two. Let me know which one you think I should do. I am going to be doing a sort of Road to Glory style save with my local team, which I was going to do as a Journeyman, but I'm going to be doing that over on Twitch instead as a Road to Glory from the Conference South to the Premier League. That's going to be on Twitch. And that'll be starting in a couple of weeks. I'm going away next week for a few days, so there won't be some videos for a while. But when I come back, I'm going to try and get into streaming at least once a week. That's the plan anyway. But next episode, I'm not sure if there'll be a live com next time. It depends how much happens in the transfer window. Because if we have a big transfer window, I think it might just be a transfer special. But I might throw in a game as well. I'm not quite sure what will happen. But next episode, we're going to be into Season 2. And we will have a look at who has been signed. It may even turn into a transfer special. Who knows? I'm not quite sure. But But that is season 1 done. We won the league with a record points tally. We won the Europa League as well. Great season. Let's go for Champions League season 2. We've got the FA Cup, which we're going to try and get to a final this time, get one better. EFL Cup, we need to improve because we run out in round 3 of that. So let's try and do better in that. And let's see if we can win the Community Shield, the Super Cup. We're going to see just how much stuff we can win next time. For now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications. I'll see you next episode where we're going to start the 2nd season of this, and I'm sure I'll have some players to show you. We've got 200 million to spend, over 200 million, so we're going to see what I'm going to bring in. Left back is paramount, some wide players, I think, definitely, a striker behind Cavani, maybe more, who knows. But you'll have to wait and see who I bring in. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.